Hello, everyone. So yes, we are level 14. I did not do anything since the last stream. I logged in once and... Wait, what? Minus 10 seconds? Yeah, I logged in once and walked to some NPC, and then I thought, no, I wanna stream that. I wanna record that. So I'm partly streaming so people can watch live, but that doesn't happen too often. But I also like to just have it archived.
Mercenary bee.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Oh, I should log on to my crafter. She's done with researching a lot of stuff. So yeah, I walked. The only thing I did since the last stream, I walked from here or something, or from here to here. And my plan was to go here to Enigma, because we still had an open quest somehow. But yeah, this is kind of the only quest that I was still pursuing. So well, how many do we have? 6. And yeah, only 3 quests in Somerset. Yes, so I want to take this one here.
Rugged individual, obviously well traveled. Yes, you should do quite nicely. Are you available for hire? I need an escort for an expedition. I expect we'll encounter some danger along the way, but I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle.
What kind of expedition?
Put simply, I found records of an ancient temple somewhere in this very forest. I've come to study what secrets it may hold. I will warn you, Ebon Stadmont can be tricky to navigate. You'll have to keep a lookout.
How is it tricky to navigate?
Travelers become lost, sometimes for days. From what I heard, the forest appears to shift as you move through it. We'll need to keep close together. So, want to help me unlock an ancient mystery? I must say, I do pay well.
Well, sounds nice. Something interesting, nice pay, but then I guess the nice pay is a lie. Probably will get less than 100 gold. Like every time, and like 500 experience. But yeah, I'm all up for interesting stuff.
Thank you for accepting my offer. I'm quite excited to be heading my own expedition. Usually I work under Tellinger, the artificer, but sometimes he's a bit much. It's nice to finally be able to break free from being his assistant.
Have you quit?
Oh no, of course not. The Mages Guild still requires me to accompany him on his expeditions. I've just taken a short sabbatical is all. As soon as I finish my research here, I'm sure I'll be off on more hair-raising adventures.
It seems though you're not very happy to be Tellinger's assistant.
Well, being Tellinger's assistant is informative in many ways. But I think now's the time to prove to the Mages Guild, and to myself, that I can strike out on my own. Ebon Stadmont just happened to catch my interest.
So you are able to do it on your own, but you need me. Seems legit. Okay, what's so interesting about Ebon Stadmont? I never heard of it.
The ruins within Ebon Stadmont are ancient, perhaps even built in the Merethic era. They contain inscriptions of a mysterious language, which only a few have begun to translate. I believe these inscriptions can help lead us to the inner temple.
Let me adjust the cam a little bit here. I always forget to zoom. Okay, so what was that? In the Merethic era? Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Mysterious language. What can you tell me about the language?
It's old, even for a High Elf's perspective. I found translations of only a few phrases, and even those are sparse. An interesting topic for a linguist, perhaps, but for me it's only the means to an end. The temple is all I wish to investigate.
How will the inscriptions help us find the temple?
As I said before, this forest is tricky to navigate. The pathways twist and shift as you walk through it. That's why the temple hasn't been explored previously. Following these inscriptions should lead us to the temple.
Okay, let's go. Don't need more. I don't need to know more. Oh.
We're looking for inscriptions. Alert me once you see any gibberish carved into stone. Yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. Why, it's almost as if I can hear the words. Sel Ra Ang Yond. Eastern Temple? Daedra? I don't have time for distractions. Could you hold them off while I finish translating?
Sure. We're still not done.
The inscription indicates that the temple is further up. Quick, follow me.
Hello? I think we got separated.
Nice. Find the path to the ruin.
Huh. At least we're back together. Come on. This forest has to end somewhere.
Ah, but that's the place we just visited. Yeah, let's not take the same portal again, please. Okay, I guess.
How did we get separated?
Oh my god.
I was just behind you.
It's one of these stupid quests again.
This way. I'm over here.
Well, seems the rumors are true. Ebon Stadmont truly does twist around you. Perhaps another inscription will help guide. Aha! Now let's see. That voice again. Kara Ekme. Past pathway? Daedra again? Ah, we don't have time for this.
Just ahead, guess what happens next? I will lose her again. And then we have to again close 7 portals. Oh, that looks like a temple. Nice. I mean, I still don't know what the inscriptions have to do with any of this. Dear Hollowness, if you're reading this, you finally caught up to me. What? As I was translating the stone before you, a door opened ahead. I waited for you, but I can't risk the door closing. I just read the inscription on the stone and you should be able to follow. I think you will find it easy enough to translate. May the stars guide you and the win. P.S. Don't worry, these bones aren't mine.
Hurrah, Volisto, the past revealed.
Okay. Is this someone from the House of Reveries?
At the stars. I think he's coming too.
Am I really an Aetherius? I didn't know they let your kind in here.
Don't worry, you're alive. Can I ask your name?
We of the House of Reveries have no names, only masks. But you can call me Fletch, because I specialize in the art of the bow, see? Oh, my aching head. How did I end up here? I don't remember a thing.
Do you remember coming to Eben Stadmont?
Eben Stadmont. I'm sorry, but I just don't remember. I must have come here with my traveling troupe, though. I wouldn't have left Relenthal without them. Someone must have ambushed me. A ferocious someone, given my state.
Perhaps it was the Daedra I just defeated?
Daedra? Mara's elbow, that doesn't sound good. Could you help me find my troop leader, Maestro Forte? I need to warn him. He should be somewhere nearby, I think.
Alright. Let's go.
Forte! Is that you?
Fletch, what's happened? The whole troop is looking for you.
Grand Maestro Forte? Why, I had no idea you were in Eben Stadmont.
Grand? Oh no, I'm simply Maestro Forte. Hardly worthy of the title Grand yet. It appears you've saved Fletch from the brink of death. It brings to mind the story of Temerian, who of course was saved by the Nereids of... Ah, but now is not the time for such tales.
Yeah.
Tell me, what has happened?
Underwind saved his life. Actually, I did, but he can't remember anything, but there are Daedra nearby.
Daedra? I had no idea. Our watch did report some strange creatures prowling about at night, but I've heard of no other attacks. Something must be attracting them here. Did you just come from the temple?
Yes, that's where we found Fletch.
The only thing of note I discovered within the temple is a glowing stone in its main chamber. I've yet to translate the stone's inscription, but it may be attracting Daedra to it. I found a similar stone nearby. Can you help me investigate?
Sure.
Excellent. Why don't you and your companion head to the stone? Just follow the path north. I'll escort Fletch to our camp and make sure he's seen to. We'll meet back here afterward and share our findings.
We'll take care of it.
I know this is strange, but let's get to this stone. Perhaps it can answer some questions. The House of Reveries in Ebon Stadmont? Why wouldn't I have heard about that?
Yeah, what's the House of Reveries doing here? It's not like they... Or are they adventurers? I guess so. I guess they do whatever they want because they yeah, they really don't have any friends or family anymore, so yeah.
Lenka, fall away. Future's door.
Did you hear it too? That woman's voice. At first I thought I was imagining it. Future's door. Drat. Well, I've realized where we are.
Ah, have you? Okay.
A House of Reveries expedition I've never heard of. Grand Maestro Forte rebuffing his proper title. And the temple room where we found Fletch? It looked the same as the room we first entered, but there wasn't a cobweb or broken pew in sight.
That does seem strange, but what does it mean? Does it mean time travel?
It means we ventured somewhere we never should have gone. The past.
Oh, I'm such a genius.
I know it seems far-fetched, but remember that stone we first activated? I thought the inscription referenced an event, but the past was a destination, not an occurrence.
So you're telling me we are now in the past?
That's my theory, and I'd rather not explore further to find out. Affecting the past has far-reaching consequences. It makes me wonder what trouble we've already caused. But this stone's inscription indicates it should send us back to the present.
How can you be so sure?
I can't be sure in all honesty, but we have to try. Otherwise we'll be stuck in the past.
Alright, I'll use the stone to go back to the present.
This stone should lead us back to our natural time.
Yes, yes.
All you need to do is keep that destination clearly in your mind. I'll follow right behind you.
Do you know about Maestro Forte's expedition?
It is quite intriguing. Grand Maestro Forte is the head of Somerset's greatest acting troupe, the House of Reveries. But I've also heard tale that he's a great academic as well, though perhaps I'm more familiar with his work than I thought.
What do you mean?
The research I've been using to help translate the language here came from an expedition that occurred around this time. Perhaps Maestro Forte wrote the very notes that led me here. I'll ask him, but I'd rather not affect the past more than we have.
Oh, so the guy we found, Maestro Forte, is... we found him in the past, or what? Do you think we changed the past already?
Well, Fletch was very close to death, and I recall seeing bones in our present time, right where I found him injured. Most likely he was supposed to die. I'm almost glad I was so ignorant when I healed him. I don't know what I would have done.
What do you mean?
As I said earlier, changing the past has far-reaching consequences. For all I know, healing Fletch could have dire consequences to our present. I would have had to weigh his life against the potential impact of that change. Quite a somber thought.
I see. Do you know why I hear a woman's voice reading these inscriptions?
I've been hearing this voice since I first started translating these inscriptions. It must be some sort of magic, connected to the inscriptions. Perhaps connected to the language itself, come to think of it.
Isn't this language ancient and not very well known?
Oh, it is rather odd for a mysterious language to speak to anyone who reads it. The misdirecting nature of Ebon Stadmont must have kept researchers from studying these inscriptions. That's all. Not to mention the local wildlife.
It just seems rather convenient, a voice telling us where to go.
I'm not sure what to tell you. I do know that we have to return to our time, and quickly. This mysterious voice, whatever its motivation, is the only thing helping us do that. We have little choice but to follow it now.
Yes, okay, let's do it. Door to the present. Oh boy. Whoa. Look at these stars. Okay, now they're all gone.
Years and years, and I never could find you.
Whoa.
And here you are. Back where it all began. Looking as if you haven't aged a day. My friend, what happened to you?
I just came through the door to get back to our original time.
So the stone did send you to the future after all. I had feared the worst. That day I tried to follow after you and return to our original time. But the stone's magic faded, and the doorway closed. Try as I might, I couldn't get it open.
What did you do?
I was trapped within Ebon Stadmont. For decades, I'd been studying this language and desperately searching for a way out. But my path would always lead me back here. But I did it. I finally found a way to go back, to stop this all from happening.
What do you mean?
I must stop myself from ever going back in time. I've been wasting my life within this cursed forest. The Southern Stone. That's the key to... Wait, what's that? Is that Fletch?
Where?
Fletch! Ah!
Whoa!
I'm sorry, dear, but your role has been cut.
The temple. You must go back. Go through the temple. The Southern Stone. Bane away Tendel. Those are the words. Stop this from happening. Take my diary. It will prove everything.
Okay. Started out as a really bad quest and now it's amazing again. Never disappoints. Hey Fletch. Wait. Stop right there, criminal scum. Defeat Fletch? But where? Oh no, am I trapped here now as well? Oh, there he is. Now you will pay!
And thus the play continues. I'll see you soon.
Okay. I'm sometimes scared by my own bear because he makes such a loud noise and deep voice, deep noise.
Such
such an effort to escape me. I suppose I have what I need.
Oh, so there's Fletch again, the guy we just killed.
Well, I suppose it's curtain call. You finally figured it out. Well, and Derwin figured it out, didn't she? But hey, you put all the legwork in. And here you are, just in time to stop our leading lady from ever performing her starring role.
Curtain call? Wait, I just killed you after you killed Enderwin.
Ah, but did you kill me? Truly? Not even an accomplished healer could bring me back? And yes, I did take part in Derwin's final scene. Or rather, I will. All a matter of perspective there, you see. But she shouldn't have tried to cut the act short.
The act?
Derwin was the leading lady of our production. It was up to her to uncover the mysteries of Ebon Stadmont, to find the true potential of its hidden power. But she found a way to escape, and in her last breath told you the way back to the start.
Back to the start. Does that mean I'm in the present now?
Sadly, yes. And so my part must end as well. I put on quite the performance, though, don't you think? The poor, confused soul, the dastardly villain, the mysterious sage. But I think you have a task to do, don't you? A dying wish to fulfill?
Yes, I need to stop Enderwin from going to the past.
Yes, our heroine should be just outside, if I remember correctly. After so many times around, though, I tend to lose track. Well, no need to get into all of that.
Wait, I still have questions. Who are you?
I told you the very first time we met. I'm Fletch. I used to be a mere actor, but now I serve a greater force. I've served her for quite a while now, helping to find the true power of Ebon Stadmont. With Derwin's help, of course.
What do you mean by greater force?
What did Derwin call her? Ah, the Spirit of the Sanctum. An appropriate title as any. She rules over this forest. I think she always has, though I'm not quite sure. She needed the power here, you see. Ebon Stadmont was integral to her plans.
Her plans?
Don't bother asking me. Mostly because I have no idea. I would have died had the spirit not saved me. And it wasn't too bad. A supporting role at best. I'd make sure the loop continued, make sure Derwin kept researching again and again.
Continued the loop. I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I barely understand and I've lived through it. And it's done now in any case. You made sure of that. But I think the spirit learned enough. It will have to do.
What did the spirit learn enough about?
The language here, of course. You see, it's all rather tricky. Only mortals are able to use the language. That's what allowed you to travel through time after all. And Derwin was the perfect candidate to uncover its secrets.
So Enderwin was trapped in Ebon Stadmont to study the language?
Yes. All our heroine needed was the proper motivation. Derwin was trapped within the forest, unable to get out. Then she would hear a whisper, guiding, always guiding. And as Derwin used the language, my mistress would be watching.
Alright. Interesting. So I guess, since we have the diary of Enderwin, seems like a win for everyone, because maybe she has noted down the language. Let's see, quests. Oh yeah, I can... Oh, there's not that much in here. But let's read it. By Enderwin. I was a fool to ever come to this forest. I thought myself clever, powerful, unwavering, but through my many years of isolation I now see the truth. I was headstrong, proud, so very, very foolish, and I've suffered because of that. I've been trapped within this forest for decades now, trapped within the past. My face is filled with wrinkles, my heart darkened with regrets. My life was stolen from me. Yes, stolen. I know that now. There's something keeping me here. Over the years I've named this presence, this jailer, the spirit of Eben Stedmont. She's watched me, studied me, and it's she who trapped me here. Cut me off from the present, cut me off from the rest of the world. This entrapment set in motion the moment I stepped within this forest. Why didn't I question it? That voice leading me, guiding me. Straight to where she needed me. And how long was I ignorant to it? How long did I study this language, used it, tried to bend it to my will? Too long. She needs this language for something. She understands it, but cannot use it. She needs me just as I need her. Her whispers tell me only that which she wishes me to hear. And I listened, and I obeyed. Unknowingly loyal, unknowingly obliging, but no longer. I figured it out. No more leaning on whispers, no more working through her will alone. The Southern Stone. But now I tell there. That's the way I return to my original time, and then I can stop all of this from happening. I can stop myself from stepping into that doorway and into this prison. I suspect she knows, though. Despite my relative ease moving through this forest so far, so long as I do stay within it, all of my attempts to travel to the Southern Stone have been thwarted. The silent battle between me and the spirit has lasted months now, and I'm determined. I will break free. I will stop this. I must. I thought she would have made some notes about the language itself. Ah, there she is.
There you are. We finally made it to the temple. Oh, I just can't wait to see what secrets are inside.
This temple is a trap. We need to leave this forest now.
The temple is a trap? What do you mean?
Here, this book should fill you in.
A book? Why, this is my handwriting. I've been trapped within this forest for decades now. Trapped within the past. My face is filled with wrinkles. My heart darkened with regrets. My life was stolen from me.
Something led you to this temple, all in an attempt to trap you there.
Something trying to... My goodness. This is all so hard to wrap my head around.
This book should fill you on the details, but for now we must leave.
Yes, I agree. You've gone above and beyond protecting me during this expedition. Though the details seem a bit complicated, to think I would have been trapped here, I'd say our contract is concluded. Thank you for all you've done.
Reverie Trick Bow. It's kind of funny that it has a unique name, but it's just a normal bow.
I suppose I did succeed in this expedition. The notes you've given me are written by my hand after all. Though of course that me won't exist now since you've stopped me and I'm going to stop now. Before my head hurts.
I only know you were trapped here.
I'm sure these notes will give me more details. The best thing to do now is share our findings with the Mages Guild. Let them know how dangerous this forest truly is. As for me, I'll join back up with Tellinger.
Are you upset to be going back to Tellinger?
You know, it may be silly, but I suppose I came here to step out of his shadow. If I could be the one to crack Eben Stadmont, well, perhaps that would be enough. And then I was trapped in the past to serve a mysterious being. Oh, I would have been.
I could see where that would put you off.
Tellinger is the one who makes brash decisions and puts us all in danger, and I'm the one who helps fix it. Yet as soon as I lead, I find myself in the same position as him. For now, I'd rather clean up his messes rather than make my own.
That's kind of the irony of life, isn't it? Yeah, let me close the door here for a second. So yeah, once again, I'm glad I accepted that quest and followed it. Because it turned out to be quite interesting plot. With a lesson at the end as well. So now let's see if we can talk to Enigma without bumping into another quest NPC. Yo, what's wrong with you, Bear?
I suppose I did succeed in this expedition. The notes you've given me are written by my hand after all. Though of course that me won't exist now since you've stopped me and I'm going to stop.
Yeah, we already had that. What about this guy?
If you're heading into Ebon Stadmont, you may as well purchase something.
Ah.
Who knows how long you'll be in there?
Oh, right. This guy knows shit. Oh, and I can also repair. Ice staff, we don't really want to have that. Restoration. No, we don't really need the bow. Oh, nice. Some tea. Tea is always good. Magica recovery. Yeah, one sec. Whoa, where is he? Ah, there he is. Yeah, let's sit down for a moment. Alright, so now we can go on. Heading towards Enigma. I think this is still a culture clash. This is still the quest that at first I didn't want to do it for this Nord in, was it in this city, in Alinor? Or Relenthal? I don't know, he wanted to talk to the proxy queen. Alinware or how, no, not Alinware. Alinware or something. And I have to do a ton of favors for the servant of the queen, so that she allows him an audience for her. So yeah, and this Enigma guy or girl, I have to do something for her as well.
Milk drinker. Milk drinker. Is that really a Nord insult? How benign. And what do you want? Can't you see I'm trying to rehearse? I always have trouble with the accents of the lesser races.
I need 2 tickets to your next performance.
You need tickets, do you? Well, so does the Sapiarch of Shimmerine, the Navy's High Battle Reeve, and the Proxy Queen of Alinor. Do you know what I need? I need to figure out how to play Hildegrom, Battle Maiden of Skyrim, before the curtain rises.
Oh, that's perfect. Ambassador Rigord comes to Skyrim. He might be able to help you with that.
Ambassador Rigord? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Well, if he can help me find Hildegrom's voice and mannerisms, I'll happily give you 2 tickets to my next performance.
Oh, that's great. So he can help himself for once. What? What? Where did he come from?
Courtier Vendilwyn told me who she sent you to talk to. And Rigord always wanted to meet a famous high elf thespian. Lady Enigma. Greetings and salutations from the Nord Cultural Exchange.
Enigma needs help preparing for her role as the Nord Battle Maiden, Hildegrom.
Hildegrom? She's my favorite hero! I'm sure that one of my Nord gifts will inspire Enigma and help her find the voice of the Battle Maiden. But which one do you think will make her feel like a proper Nord?
I think the essence of Mammoth would be perfect for inspiring Enigma's performance.
Essence of Mammoth, of course! Not only will it make Enigma smell like a proper Nord battle maiden, it will also make her irresistible to bull mammoths, snow bears, and half-drunk Nords. It's the perfect choice!
Oh boy. Yeah, let's give the essence of Mammoth to Enigma. She'll love it.
Rigord has just the thing to make Enigma feel like a Nord. Essence of Mammoth.
What a powerful odor! It reminds me of mammoths charging across fields of ice and snow.
You smell like a proper Nord battle maiden now.
The stench! It makes me woozy, but also fills me with Nord bravado. How inspiring! Milk drinker! That's it! That's the voice! You've earned these tickets, Ambassador Rigord.
Okay, okay. What's next? Retrieve stolen goods? Is this the same quest? Like, what stolen goods? And I was already in Waste Corral Dale. What else do I have to do? Oh, I guess... is it the Royal Cup and the Royal Bowl? Bowl? Well, we will see. We will see, I guess. Oh no, there's another.
Don't you think you're taking things a little personally? Let's just go about our own business.
I am a kin lady of Somerset, and you dare address me as though I were one of you common rabble.
Okay, someone's triggered. So what about this tableau? Oh, it's again someone from the House of Reveries, I guess.
No,
another painter.
No, these models just won't do.
I like painter quests.
I finally decide to pursue true art, to move beyond painting backdrops for someone else's stage. And what models do I find? Polished, unblemished, all round boringly beautiful. I need someone who will give my work meaning, a depth of morality.
Do you have someone in mind?
As a matter of fact, I do. I've heard rumors of a Hulkind in the forest outside Relenthiel, a perfect subject for my work. I'd like you to serve as my proxy and arrange a meeting between us. The sinkhole nearby should serve my purpose.
Hulkind, what's that?
High elves who are cast out from their families as children. A horrible fate in our society. Somerset may appear as perfect as a pastoral painting, but darkness lies backstage. I want to face our taboos without blinking. Will you help me?
Wait, high elves who were cast out from their families. Horrible fate. I'll find the Hulkind and arrange a meeting at the sinkhole.
Thank you for accepting my offer. I traveled to the Hulkind myself, but the wilderness is no place for an artist. Besides, they may be more willing to talk to a newcomer such as yourself. The Hulkind are well known for being distrustful.
Tell me more about Hulkinds.
High elves strive for perfection in all things, and their bloodline most of all. Hulkins are children abandoned by their families for some perceived imperfection, generally a physical deformity. They're more than just orphans. They're outcasts.
In what way?
In Somerset, family stands above all. They guide your life, almost immeasurably. To be without family is to be unseen, unrecognized as a member of our society. There's not much of a life a Hulkin can make for themselves because of that.
Why do you want to meet one?
I will admit it's an odd desire. Most don't even wish to speak of them. But as an artist, I find myself fascinated with the subject. I want to capture that taboo. To paint the morally grey, where so many only wish for black and white.
Alright. Sounds noble. We will first go on with the culture clash. And yeah, I will stop right here. I need to do a few things in the flat. I'll be back in 20 minutes or so. Yeah, see you then. Oh, where's my program? Need to clean up my desk a little bit. Alrighty.